Hello, wonderful people. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, It's Bell Jean TV. And thank you for always staying true to your girl. If you are an old subscriber, I greatly appreciate. And if you're a new subscriber, thank you and may God bless you. In this channel, we talk about everything that is happening around the world, hauls, um, cooking videos, lifestyle, motivational videos, and today we are going to be talking about health, and we are going to be focusing on speech therapy. Speech therapy. Now, guys, if this is something that you're interested in, why not just grab a cup of coffee, give this video a thumbs up, like the video, share the video, and stay put and let's learn together. Now I'm just going to go straight away because I don't want to be doing a lot of editing. So I'm going to be talking about why your child at 3, 4, and even 5 isn't uttering a word like mommy, mommy, daddy. The child is delayed in speech. I am going to be talking about my experience with my first son, and then if you're somebody that is going through this, you are going to also know how to psych situation. Yes, my child was at the age of 4, could not utter a word, could not say hello, hi, mommy. It was just blabbing, ba 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 ba, and there were a lot of things going on which I did not know, and I had to put that into consideration and I had to focus to be able to know what the problem was so I could give him a solution. Now, I usually took my child to the park, but my child was born in South Korea, and there, the children don't really socialize a lot, so he would just be shying away. Red flag. He won't want to talk. He won't want to do anything. I would even struggle. But before it reached that stage, when my child was just 2 months, I used to put him in front of the TV and put Coco Melon, and he will watch Coco Melon for 10 hours. He will watch Coco Melon for 8 hours. He will watch Coco Melon for 6 hours, 4 hours non-stop. And I was thinking that, okay, maybe this Coco Melon is going to help him to speak faster because, of course, that is American English. That's American channel. So every child that is watching that will be brilliant at speech and all of that. I did not know that I was overstimulating my child. I was giving him what was meant for an older age to start absorbing at a very young age. It was just 2 months and he started watching these things. So I got worried and I decided to take him to see a therapist at this age 4 because I was wondering, like, why doesn't he talk? Why doesn't he even say like a long sentence? If he tried, he would just say, mommy, water. Mommy, this. I was really, and the water would not even come out clearly. So I took the child to see the specialist, and the specialist said, how did you give birth to this child? I said C-section. Remember, mind you, I'm going to come back to talk about those that are giving birth through C-section, what you should be very careful about and what you should not take when you're doing C-section from the doctors, because that has a great role. It has a role to play with your child's speech. It has a role to play with your child's development. Yes, I'm going to find the time to talk about that. Maybe in my next video, we are going to talk about that. Okay, now guys, when I took my child to see the specialist, they asked me about how he was put to bed, how he was birthed. I said it was C-section. They asked me, was he breastfed? Was it spoon-fed? Well, I said it was breastfed, and it was a combo. It was joined. It was breastfed, and he also took the formula. And all of these all of these have a part to play with his speech. So how much time do you allow him to watch the iPad? I was like, oh, he can watch Coco Melon. I was like vibing myself. He can watch Coco Melon. When he watches Coco Melon, you can see him vibing to eat. Yes, he really likes Coco Melon. So I can give him 2 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours. For the therapist was just checking. They said the doctor, so just shaking their head. When I finished, they told me to step aside with my husband, and so they could evaluate the child. They evaluated the child. And when we came back in, they told us that your child doesn't really have a problem. His speech will come, but you need to uncharge. He is overcharged. You have overactivated him from a very young age. So everything he sees, he's just like, the speech is not coming. Even when he was even trying to talk, he will start singing. A B C. You say say your ABC. You will say A B C D E F G H. He will not say A B C. He will be singing. A child is not supposed to sing, guys. As you all know, a child is supposed to communicate. So that was also a red flag. And so the doctors told us that the child needs help, but the help is going to start first with us, from us. We are going to try to limit the screen time. We are going to try to help this child be creative. We are going to try to help him to be creative, do something with his hands. We're going to try to help him to be focused, because it also came with a lot of instability, not focus, not even talking, not focus. As a mother, every mother wants the sky, the moon, and whatever for their child. And when you don't see your child hitting these milestones, you become really, really very disturbed and very, very disturbed. So that was my case. So I came back home, and my husband, we decided to try to keep away all the gadgets and all of that, and we started doing more of interactive things with him, like, hello mommy, daddy, mommy, daddy, I want to eat. And one thing that you shouldn't do with your child is, these children, they learn, the acquisition device is very active from the age of 0 up to the age of 12. Like, don't be doing like I used to do. For example, I used to do nyam 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 nyam. It was mean I was trying to tell him it's time to eat. Don't do nyam nyam with your child, because he will grow up knowing nyam nyam. Tell him it's time to eat. It's time to take a shower. It's time to brush up. It's time to go to bed. You have to tell them these things. Stop using nappy, nappy. Oh. Stop using all those things. Use the exact word so your child can cue into it, and your child can get it exactly the way it should be. I spent a lot of time doing nyam nyam. For yummy. It was not a dumb, and it's not dumb. So I shouldn't be using sign language. The child would not speak. So guys, we came back home. We kept all the gadgets aside. We decided to engage in role play. We started doing role play. We started calling words for. I was thinking some words would be very. Will this child understand this word? Don't limit your child. Would this child understand this word? What of this? Most of us parents are in denial of some of these things. Nowadays, many children are being diagnosed with ADHD, that hyperactivity, ADHD, autism. I don't know what they are eating, but I know most children are just being diagnosed of that, especially in the European world, in this European world. If a child, African children are very active. If a child is so active, they start telling you, oh, this child is ADHD. This child should be talking at this time. This child should have hit this milestone at this time. Don't be pressured. Don't be pressured. Take one step at a time, but do the right thing. Take away all of these long hours of game time, of screen time. Take it away. Stop using sign language to teach a child that is verbal. Also, do not give them everything they want to have at every point in time. Then also look for puzzles. Puzzles help my son a lot. Puzzles, block games he could build, and when he did, I would say, oh, good job. High five, you did a great job today. I'll give him stickers, motivate them. They want to see they have hit a milestone and they are being appreciated. That way, that is how my son started for speaking, making longer sentences. He will even come back from school and he would tell me things that I have done in school that I will be amazed. He would tell me exactly what I would make. Is this a child that was almost not talking, was not making anything, was not saying anything that was even sensible? Isn't it the same child? So I hit that milestone and I became very proud. Why am I making this video? I'm making this video because a lot of parents today are in denial of the fact that maybe their child is having one problem or the other. You first of all have to accept that there is a problem somewhere, there is a red flag somewhere, and accept that you're ready to help this child move from one stage to another. If you're not ready to help the child to move from one stage to another, then they will not be healing. You'll be ashamed to carry, like I was ashamed when I carry my child out. I'll be like, I don't want him to go where the 4 years are or the 3 years are, because maybe he will speak and he will not speak well. People will laugh at him. Let them laugh. Are you the one that created your child? God created that child, and every child is unique. Appreciate your child in their uniqueness. Stop feeling like you want to cover up your child, you want to shut up your child, you want to no, be proud of that. Even the child is non-verbal, be proud of that child, because God knows why he gave you that child. Yes, I am talking now with a lot of emotions because I see many people are in denial, and if I did not carry my child to the to see the therapist to say, but this child, I don't understand. He is 4 years, he's 3 years, he's not talking. He talks, but you cannot really understand what he's talking. He just blah, 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 blah. He's supposed to hit that milestone. And they told me, Madam, you have been overcharging this child. You have been putting things that this child is not supposed to watch. You have been giving it. You give the child iPad. My child had a big iPad phone. I was in a country where I could afford all those things. I afforded the most expensive ones. Yes, prestige. You're using prestige to be killing your child, but you do not know. Dear parent, dear mother, dear father, these things are good. Yes, your friends will see and say, oh, he has a good iPad. They are buying that. They have bought him a 15 Pro. They have bought him that. And that is also a prestige, but you're killing your child without knowing. You're killing your child without knowing. Accept the fact that this child has to hit this milestone at this time and he has not hit this milestone, and let me look into it. And don't be ashamed of your child. Let me come closer. Don't be ashamed of your child. If you're ashamed of your child, who will be proud of your child? Who? So I come here today to tell you, my child, my first son, had a speech delay. He couldn't talk. He couldn't talk when he was 3. He couldn't even make a correct sentence when he was 4. And it had a lot of things to do with the way he was birthed, which is C-section. I'm coming out with that video to tell you what the do's and don'ts when you're going in for a C-section. They have great implications. The way he was fed, is it bottle fed or exclusive breastfeeding? All these have to do with that speech delay or what. Then especially the one that hinders this is screen time. Take away all those gadgets from those children. They don't need it. Take it away. Stop using prestige to kill your child without knowing. Yes, stop using prestige to bring down your child without knowing. Take it away. Communicate with them. Communicate with them. Accept the fact that this child is delayed and I'm going to help him. Engage. Role play. Mommy, daddy, I want water. I want not I want nyam nyam, like I was doing nyam 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 nyam. The child will end up learning sign languages instead of learning how to speak. So some of these speech delays are not something that we should be blaming the villagers or the people in the village. They are coming from us. They are coming from us. I went back from the therapist. I started doing role play. I started encouraging my child. I started letting my child socialize with other children. And my child spoke. And now he is well spoken. Well spoken and very smart. Is it science? Good. Is it biology? Very good. Is it robotics? Perfect. Is it what? He is an excellent child. But I was letting all these small things kill me. So what is happening? Why is your child having a speech delay? Are you part of why he is having a speech delay? Are you? If your child is having a speech delay, take away screen time. Take away those iPads. Play with him. Role play. Take away a lot of junk food. They have a lot to play. Communicate with your child. Do not use sign language for a child that does not need it. When you need it, when you do this, you will see results within the twinkle of an eye. Speech delay can be remedied. In my next video, I am going to be talking to you about the pros and cons of C-section and how they can affect speech in your child or even his ability to interact with other people. Have a blessed day. Ciao.